Well, today participants share more of their experiences and lessons, including lessons from the government, both national and county governments in Kenya, in unlocking private sector investment. We also hear from financial institutions on their experiences, successes, and challenges in targeting underserved groups, and they share that platform with some of these targeted enterprises. Plus, we have Kenya Investment Mechanism's business advisory service providers and partners sharing lessons on alternative models for long-term capital mobilization. Our first session today is on lessons from government in unlocking private sector investment. We have 3 speakers for this, as I said earlier, both national and county government.
So I think it will be fair if we also hear 1 or 2 things from the county government. And ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome on stage Elizabeth Asichi, who's the acting CEO, Kakamega County Investment and Development Agency. Elizabeth, karibu.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, good morning from wherever you are listening to us. I want to thank you so much, especially Kenya Investment Mechanism, for making this happen. I'm not just here to represent Kakamega County Investment and Development Agency. I believe I'm representing the face of counties outside there and what they are doing to unlock investment potential. As I've said, my name is Elizabeth, and today I want to speak about what we are doing to unlock private sector investment and the lessons that we have learned since the beginning of devolution, the mistakes that we have made, and what we have learned from them and how we can improve. So before I say much about what I'm talking about, I just want to just give you a brief introduction of where I'm coming from. Kakamega County Investment and Development Agency, who we are established by an act of the County Assembly of Kakamega to provide for establishment of a legal and institutional framework for promotion and coordination of investments across several departments. Actually, our mission and vision is related to investment. We want to be the hub of choice for investment in Kenya, and our mission is to attract, promote, and facilitate investments within the county government of Kakamega. Our mandate as an investment unit, we have been given that by the law that created us, is to hold property and assets on behalf of the county government. We undertake investments on behalf of the county government of Kakamega for the purpose of generating revenue. We also identify strategic investment opportunities for the benefit of the county. We promote economic growth and also advise the county government on investment opportunities that they can be able to undertake. Our work also involves assisting and facilitating investors and enterprises to establish investments in the county. What is our strategic role in unlocking private sector investment? We know that economic diversification holds the key to unlocking more investment and achieving sustainable development goals. So higher investment inflows could be realized through several sectors, like you can look at agriculture and livestock. Most of our economies are agricultural based. Like Kakamega County, 70% of the population is employed by that sector. Counties can only be transformed as emerging economies by increasing the role of the private sector in the economy, and that is possible through collaboration with partners so that we can improve our policies and make them all-inclusive. So attracting additional investment through financing of the private sector in agriculture through promotion of value addition and agro-processing will help overcome food security and challenges. Now, how do we do it? I want to take the case of how we do it in Kakamega County to help the private sector unlock investment potential. Through the County Assembly of Kakamega, the county government has enacted laws that have created special purpose vehicles to create legal and institutional framework to improve strategic partnership and engagement with private entities so that we can improve investment. Now, we have several SPVs in Kakamega, starting from the agency that I work with, Kakamega County Investment Agency, whose mandate is to attract, promote, and facilitate investment within Kakamega through creation of strategic partnership. Also, Kakamega Dairy Development Corporation is an SPV which has been created by the county government to promote dairy development strategies in Kakamega County and manage smart farms for improved revenue generation. We also have the Kakamega County Microfinance Corporation. This corporation, I want to talk something about it because we started just immediately after the first term of the devolution, where we were lending out to the small enterprises. And the first time, through the lending, we have learned several lessons that I'm going to talk about. When we give loans to MSMEs, or the small, medium enterprises, many times as counties we feel that we are trying to promote the local mwananchi to come up, the local business person to come up, so that they can be able to have a stake in the county's economy. But in the process, we made a few mistakes. The first time, we found that when we gave out our investments, we gave them out for free. And there's absolutely nothing that we got in return. So we decided to look at what can we do differently so that this time when we give out investment in form of seed capital or any other kind of help that we want to give outside there as government, we get returns back and we have something to show. So currently, under the agricultural sector, instead of giving fertilizer for free, we give subsidized fertilizer, where the farmer also contributes 50%. We give fish feed at a subsidized price. We give fingerlings and one-day-old chicks at a fee that is currently moderated, such that the person who is taking this as an investment has put in some money. So he will feel that he has a commitment to take care of this investment that he has been given. Another lesson that we learned is that it is very important to come up with policies, especially when you are creating or starting some of these investments. Currently, we are collaborating with Kenya Investment Mechanism so that we can make sure that our policies are all inclusive. It is very difficult when you go and start a project. Then in the process, you realize that there's an issue that you did not include in the policy that probably if you would have widened the consultation, it would have been more inclusive. Another example is our One Cow Initiative program, where we were giving out in-calf heifers. The first time we were giving those in-calf heifers to members of the public who were vulnerable, only to realize that they could not be able to take care of these cows. So at the end of the day, we learned that we have to give to people who are at least able to take care of it so that we can be able to realize some investment in return. So how do we unlock investment then for the private sector? The first way is strategy development. Currently, we urge counties to come up with investment promotion strategies, resource mobilization strategies, such that we are able not just to look at either one pool or relying on the exchequer, but there's a lot of money outside there in the private sector that government also needs to tap in. We know very well that government is not good in doing business, and the private sector is the best in doing business. So for strategy development, it is good to be all-inclusive. You get in touch with the stakeholders and do stakeholder engagement forums. As I give an example of how we do stakeholder engagement forums, like tomorrow on Thursday and Friday, His Excellency the Governor, Wycliffe Oparanya, the Governor for Kakamega County, will be doing his scorecard with the members of the public, where we all present what we have done. And in that process, we get feedback from the public on how we are supposed to improve the programs, and we capture them in the next program. So stakeholder engagement is very, very important. Publicity. If you want to be an investment destination, how can you be an investment destination without marketing yourself as an investment destination? Currently, we have a county website, a county investment website indicating all the investment opportunities that we are having in Kakamega County. As counties, we also need to have incentives that will attract the private sector to say, instead of going to Nakuru or instead of going to Kakamega, let me go to Bungoma. What is that you're giving out to this investor to attract him or her to come to your county? Policy creation. Create the policies. Make sure you partner with relevant bodies and mobilize capital through private sector. So far, what are our achievements in the areas of private sector engagement? We have a fish factory which is currently operational in Lurambi, and that has really encouraged the growth of the aquaculture sector in Kakamega, where farmers have even increased production of fish. We have also constructed the dairy plant in Malava, which is actually almost complete, and we are still looking for investors to come and operationalize. So we still call on the private sector outside there, but Kakamega has a lot to offer so that we can be able to make sure that our economy grows. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I think she deserves another round of applause. It's always good to see women in leadership. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. And clearly, she has indicated that Kakamega County has a lot to offer. And actually, we've learned a lot as far as how our governments are supposed to unlock, investment for our private sector. She has listed a number of issues there.